Welcome to the Tenderloin, a neighborhood in San Francisco Dave Chappelle once described like this.
Nothing tender about that motherfucker at all. That shit was rough.
That's because this area is infamous for its drugs, poverty, and high crime rate. But is San Francisco seeing an influx of tech workers, wealth, and a wave of gentrification? Is the Tenderloin on the verge of change too? To find out, I met up with Del Seymour, a longtime Tenderloin resident.
Oh, I've spent 18 years on these streets here in all different capacities, from a major drug dealer to a trafficker.
So you know these streets really well.
A to Z.
Del cleaned up his act 8 years ago, and he now gives neighborhood tours and works with Code Tenderloin, a project to help young adults get started in the tech industry.
Hey, baby. How you doing? Good, man, good.
The Tenderloin itself is a contradiction. There are thousands of homeless people, and 1 in 3 adults suffers from severe mental health issues. Yet, tech companies flocked here when the city offered them tax breaks in 2012.
That's my buddy. We got 300 tech startups upstairs in WeWork's organization. We got Spotify right here across the street. We also have Zeus and Zendesk here, and we got Zendesk here. So we got over 1,500 to 2,000 tech workers on this corner.
Wow. Just down the street across from the nearby Twitter headquarters is a new luxury apartment complex called Nima, where studios rent for up to $4,500 a month. Del took us to the Cadillac Hotel, one of about 500 residential hotels with SROs, or single-room occupancy units. It's government-subsidized housing for low-income residents. Kathy Looper and her husband bought the Cadillac Hotel in 1976. These SROs are often the only option in San Francisco for the nearly 30,000 tenants living in them, like Bob, who moved to the city in the 1950s and lives off his Social Security checks.
When I checked in here, it was a rough neighborhood then. It's not that bad now. It was worse then than what it is now. Mm-hmm. You know, way worse.
One resident agreed to show us her room, where she pays $521 a month for rent. In comparison, the median rent for a 1-bedroom in SF is now a whopping $3,600. These are just single rooms that people live in. There's a lot of hotels here in the Tenderloin with a number of SROs. It's just a room and a bathroom. No kitchen. The Tenderloin has tough laws that protect its SROs from getting shut down, but it doesn't mean they're safe. Between 1970 and 2000, as housing prices went up, the city demolished or converted around 15,000 SRO units. What if a big tech company came to you and was like, we're going to give you $50 million to buy this building?
Well, you know, it's conceivable that I could change my mind, and my board of directors could change its mind, but it's really, the probability of that happening is like 1% out of 100.
Why?
Because I'm dedicated to people like Bob. I mean, he's who I work for, and he's the kind of person I want to see in these hotels.
Del's not worried about the SROs.
We'll come here 10 years from now, this neighborhood will look exactly like it looks now.
Why?
Why wouldn't it? All of these are protected buildings. Can't touch these buildings.
In fact, Del sees the tech industry as an opportunity.
I see the economic integration. And I'm loving it, the commercial economic integration. And I'm loving it to death.
How's it playing out here?
It's making this community no longer look like Skid Row.
He's right. Some of the change is positive. New businesses have been able to move in to help revitalize the neighborhood. So we're at Equator Coffee Shop. This is where the Tenderloin meets tech. And what's special about this place is that they're giving back to the community by hiring people from the Tenderloin to work here.
Yeah, this is historic. It's always been the theater district. It is the theater district, and it always will be the theater district.
Some of the nearby tech companies have even tried giving back to the community, donating computers to a free local computer lab. But is it enough?
The only difference between my girl with the braids selling crack on the corner and that blonde, blue-eyed girl is she can code. It's the only difference. We need jobs. We need HR. We don't need more police. We need more HR, because we're going to be in this job market. We're going to be here. The tech community is here to stay, and so are we.